Chill.
God.
It happened. Here we are. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
What's
2025.
2025.
Yes. Episode number
21.
21.
20 last year.
We are of age.
21.
Sorry.
We have a special guest
We
in
do.
the room. Give us a little introduction.
Go ahead. Liam, jump on the mic. Tell us. What's your name?
I'm Liam. I'm 11.
Okay. And what's your favorite food?
Ramen noodles.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Budget friendly.
Budget friendly. Living that broke life.
We
Sorry,
used
man.
to take ramen noodles and you spice them up a little bit. You can add different flavors to it.
Yep.
I always did a nice little chunk of butter
Huh?
inside there to make the noodles nice and buttery.
So we don't. We don't do it normally. I learned something in college that I have passed down to my children. So Liam does it every day. We actually, before you take them out of the bag, I don't know. We're starting the episode off like this. We put them in the bag. We crunch them up. Get to take out a little bit of anger.
Oh.
So it's all crunched up, and we put them in a bowl. Put some water in it. You put it in the microwave. You cook it up. You dump the water out, and then you pour in the mix and mix it up. So it's very, very strong. It's not watered down whatsoever. You just eat it like that.
Do you
kinda like
keep
mac
the
and
water
cheese.
in it?
No.
Some people keep the water. I like to keep a little bit of water on the bottom just to keep the noodles nice and wet.
Yeah, I used to like the noodles completely when I was young, completely whole because you get to do.
Yes, you
Yeah.
still do that, Alex.
I still do, but now we don't do it as much. But in college, I also figured out what bouillon cubes are.
What?
Details.
Go ahead.
I'm probably saying it wrong. People are just going to butcher me.
You do this a lot.
But-
with words.
So
Let's go
bouillon
ahead and
cubes
take that
are pretty much like if you take there's seasoning cubes that you would throw into like soups or whatever. So I'd take beef bouillon cubes. It's probably not even a word. Somebody's probably like playing me like 20 years later.
Idiot.
But they are that you can get them in the seasoning. I also imagine taking the sauce from the little packet of ramen noodles and you compress it into a cube. You throw it in there and it's just flavoring.
Never heard of it. Sounds great.
Yeah.
I use salt and pepper.
I'm American. I use salt and pepper and margarine.
Or the garlic. They have that Kindred's garlic. It's like everything's the blend is what they call it.
Yep.
It's salt, garlic, and pepper. I would put it on a bologna sandwich. Like I would put it on everything. It is so good.
Well, episode 21 has nothing to do with any of that. But
bologna.
welcome, special guest,
How
Liam.
terrible bologna is.
What did he say?
Bologna is terrible.
Bologna is very good.
What did Liam say?
Don't eat the cubes. They're way too salty.
Okay.
Word.
The stuff that Alex eats.
Yeah, I'm
Very
surprised.
healthy nutrition.
I'm surprised
guy.
they let me leave the hospital with a child. Like this is I can do what. Okay, here we go. And
Yeah.
now he. That's
Yeah.
Okay, today we're going to talk about actually an interesting topic. I'm excited to hear what both of you, Jonathan and Landon, have to say. We're going to talk about the ecosystem of subscriptions, Apple subscriptions.
Yep.
And the more I thought about it, I looked up a little bit of details so we can look at pricing and whatnot. The more I thought about it, I'm like, man, it has become more subscriptions than I remember.
Everything's a subscription now.
Yeah, but I remember when Apple was iTunes, and as far as no subscription, the ecosystem of music, and now it's called music, but iTunes back then, you bought a song or you bought a ringtone, you bought a music video, that was it.
I know, bro.
And now-
crazy.
Now it's pretty wild. So a little bit of insight onto this. It's a little bit more specifics than I could memorize, but Apple's services segment, including subscriptions, generated over $85 billion in 2023, making it a significant growth driver for Apple. The ecosystem integration, Apple does, it leverages its ecosystem to make subscriptions seamless, offering cross-platform benefits and family sharing, which is a big thing. Family sharing, we're going to touch on. As far as that goes, I mean they have an amazing way. Their marketing's on cue.
Oh yeah.
They know how to tempt people. I can often say on all of my Apple devices, as far as iPads, especially my iPhone, not sure why, but I often get the free trial notifications in my settings. And I'm like, but I'm already subscribed.
It's bad, dude. And subscriptions, it's great for business.
Yep.
But it is insane for
Everybody-
you as a person. I mean, I am.
But like you always say, everybody's going to subscriptions. It's a subscription based.
Well, it makes the value the business valued a lot more because it's consistent revenue. But also there is. I mean, I have literally a list of subscriptions on here that I pay for on a monthly basis.
I just put mine up. I don't pay for it, but my dad does.
Okay,
but I'm in
well,
the
let's
family
talk
plan.
about just Apple, the Apple Core
Yeah.
subscriptions. I'm going to name them off, and then we're going to kind of dive into those and see, as far as personally, what you guys subscribe to,
Okay.
why, and how it came about. Because I will say, a lot of these I would not have, or I would not have, because Verizon gave it to me. You know, like it was earned through that.
Okay.
Not now, Mom.
Every
Always fun.
time. Every time.
So first one being Apple Music, was probably the biggest hitter. Apple TV Plus, iCloud Plus,
Yep.
Apple Arcade, Apple Fitness Plus, Apple News Plus, and Apple One.
Okay, are you subscribed to all those?
No.
I am,
Are you really?
but for $37.95 a month,
Okay.
$37.95 to get all those,
Okay.
and it's shared with my parents, and it's 2 terabytes of storage.
When you say shared with your parents, what is that limit? Or they just get everything
2
you
terabytes.
want?
terabytes. No,
2 terabytes of what?
No
though?
limits.
iCloud. They're not very techie people, so
But they can access everything that you have in the iCloud.
like the music and stuff. Not my photos or not my videos.
Okay.
It's a different. It's
Well,
a family
see,
sharing
even
plan.
I don't know that. For a long time, I used to be really good about, this is what includes, with iCloud, or this is how I could connect. Family sharing came about,
Here's a good way.
and it's a very fine line divider. Like, I don't dive into some of that because I'm like, well, if I share it, with the kids, or whatever,
No, so
they're gonna like erase all of my stuff.
it's kind of like your AT&T bill. Like you get 15 gigs of unlimited data. Whoever uses it, right? If that's probably the best way to think about that. Like if you use it all, you use it all. But in the Apple family sharing, I have 2 terabytes of storage, and there's added benefits, to that with arcade and fitness and all that. But also, whoever uses that storage, you have your individual plan. You got my mom, my dad, Landon. Well, whoever uses the storage uses the storage, but they don't use that much. It just has the photos on there. But I want their stuff backed up just in case anything ever happens one day. I have access to it, and I'm also put on their phones as like a secondary person.
Yep.
That if something happens,
Correct.
I'm allowed to unlock their phone.
Oh, that's cool. Let's dive into those really quick before I share and Jonathan shares personal experience on that. Apple Music. So with that streaming service with Apple Music, with that subscription, you have they claim to have over 100 million songs, curated playlists,
Yep.
and exclusive content, even music videos.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
You go to play a song. I think the baby did it, and he put a he had like a music video in the background, like where normally the album cover is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be a video.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Do you use the You don't really listen to songs. You listen to
Oh, I do.
Music videos. No, Alex, you're a music video cat.
Yeah. No,
So,
I love
yeah.
it. As I always said, one of my dream jobs, if I could, I would have been a music video producer.
Mm.
Just
Do
straight
you
up.
want us to start doing?
There's a
music
gentleman, and he would never listen to this podcast, but just know that I follow you. His name's Sam Cahill,
Mm-hmm.
and he does other people's stuff, but he is strictly only Machine Gun Kelly, Ohio boy. He does all of his music videos, so he just follows him around all the time. And dude, his stuff from when he first started with Cal's till now is unreal.
Really?
The ideas, the content, whatever, and that's his life, and it looks pretty cool. So
Yeah.
argument is a wild lifestyle. Anyway, key features: lossless and spatial audio, which is new. They keep on coming up with really, really cool features in music. I know that. Offline downloads and integration with Siri and other Apple devices. So your watches, everything else. Apple Music launched in 2015, has surpassed 100 million subscribers globally as of 2023.
100 million people.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see the stats. I didn't dive into as far as internationally, us as Americans, it being Apple,
Yeah.
natively American and English, how much that affects it.
I'm not sure. Now, how many people?
I do have
was
Apple
Jonathan?
Music.
I have Apple Music.
Yeah, I subscribe to Apple Music.
How many are on Spotify? How many users? We said 100 million on Apple.
Now think about this.
That's
Think about
crazy.
this too. If you're going to compare Apple Music to Spotify,
I don't use Spotify. I heard a lot of people like it though.
a lot of people go to Spotify.
Don't get me going.
A lot of people
on
go to
that, bro.
Spotify for, especially for podcasts. And there's so many. There's dozens of platforms for podcasts. I will say Apple was that first main podcast piece. Go ahead, Jonathan.
As of September of 2024, Spotify has over 640 million monthly active users.
So Spotify is 6 times larger than Apple Music.
And is it free?
No.
No, you have to pay for a Spotify Premium Plus, whatever you want to call
But
it.
you can use it for free. Liam is saying no, John.
You
With
can use it, but there's
ads.
ads.
Yeah.
Right?
Use
But
it
with
with ads.
Spotify Premium and Apple
subscription.
Music are like,
The same.
yeah, Pepsi and Coke.
Now,
But free Spotify is terrible.
I'd like to see the demographics.
what about Pandora? Does anybody use that?
I used to.
Lord, no.
I used to use Pandora all the
28.
time, and then it was free. But the thing about Pandora back in the day is you could create a station. Like if I want to listen to Morgan Wallen, like I'm going to listen to Morgan Wallen.
We talked about this.
Like, but it's not like
You get everything but
I'm not
Morgan
going to
Wallen.
I'm not going to find Broadway girls. Like I'm going to end up just like listening to some other song. And the problem with sometimes that music is Morgan Wallen has like songs with like Moneybag Yo now.
Mhm.
Well, Moneybag Yo, this is
What's
crazy.
up, Yo-Yo?
Moneybag Yo's normal music is not country.
Yeah,
He
it's not
sounds-
Morgan Wallen's demographic.
So if I start the song
He
on
sounds-
Moneybag Yo, like that song that they do together, it's gonna go like I'm gonna be listening to T-Pain on one
Yeah.
song and then Luke Bryan on the next one.
Right.
It's a really weird mix-up, but I'm okay with it.
Moneybag Yo. I do not know who this upstanding young gentleman is, but I really like his name.
You don't know who it's money. It is Moneybag Yo, isn't it?
it is Moneybag Yo.
He came out. He came out to like one of his songs. He has a couple songs with
Let me
Morgan
pull it up. Hold
Wallen,
on. I got-
but he also has.
Morgan Wallen's country.
They're doing a
Yes.
huge concert in the Gulf of Alabama. Is it Alabama or is it Florida? This coming up spring or August or something like
there
that.
it is.
We're gonna get tickets. It's crazy expensive.
Whiskey featuring Morgan Wallen.
Won't you come
yeah,
my way?
by Moneybag Yo.
Moneybag Yo.
Bro, it's good too.
Really?
You would love it. I could see you. Alex comes in every single day with trap music playing.
For
Like
who's that don't know.
It's like a boom box back in the day.
really
you see him
is.
like in videos holding it, but it's his phone and it's loud enough to be a boom box now. And yeah, you just like everybody. There could be somebody one of these days. I don't even know what's gonna happen. But he's gonna come in here and just like ruin the mood. You're gonna come in here like somebody just passed away, like a grandmother or something of that nature. And Alex, what's up, guys? Trap money. So that's but no, that's Alex's thing. But dude, you would like Moneybag Yo.
I will try it after today. We'll give you an update on the next
Good,
podcast.
that's good stuff. Well, like yeah.
Yeah. The second, let's talk about the second subscription service. So yes to Apple Music on my part.
1000%.
Yeah. no,
Apple
that's
Music
all I
beats
use.
Spotify. I don't care.
Okay,
Who
so
says
3
otherwise?
subscribers to that. So we're gonna give a little ratio here. Apple TV Plus. So a video streaming platform, of course, offering original TV shows, movies, and documentaries. Their key features, as they list, are exclusive content like Ted Lasso and The Morning Show.
Ted Lasso's good.
Support for 4K HDR and Dolby Vision, which is huge. Not all platforms do that.
I don't know if I care for Apple. I have it, and we have it on our Apple TV at home, but all the shows just seem way too clear. Like it looks like you're watching in a different type of.
4K HDR.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, so here's my thing about Apple TV Plus, and I
Weird.
will say, I had it for a while back before they started doing their own shows. I had it like free, and then I forgot to unsubscribe like everybody else. That's what they're hoping for. I didn't. I would do it now. I didn't back then. Reason being, they have carefully curated, and they have teamed up with so many good directors, actors, and completely the whole creative aspect has changed as of recent, because there's quite a few, like Greyhound was a movie with Tom Hanks that I really want to see. Really big into World War II warfare movies, documentaries. But their directors, they have gone so far. I bet you they've paid so much money, kind of like Apple does. You pay for the best.
Mm-hmm.
You pay it to have the best quality. So they paid for those directors
You
to
get
make
what you
those
pay
movies
for.
to make those movies so enticing that you want to get that platform.
Yeah.
And that's why, especially with the 4K HDR mixed into it, people are like, this looks so unreal. It looks futuristic. The concept of the movie looks so futuristic. They do that on purpose.
Yeah.
To pull people in.
It's insane.
Yeah. And I, between that, Ted Lasso, everybody talks about, and I'm, big on soccer. It's the one sport I'm
Ted
super into.
Lasso is like it reminds me of the Office.
Yep.
Not necessarily because of like everything in the movie. It's like one of those shows that you can fall asleep to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then not really have to pick up right where you left off. You can just keep watching. Like, we still watch The Office all the time. And I feel like Ted Lasso is that same show. And it's also a good show, somewhat heartwarming show. It's a good one.
Yep.
I like it.
So small fact too, talking about competitors. Even though, despite a smaller library than competitors, Apple TV Plus has won multiple Emmy Awards already and an Oscar for Coda in 2022, which is huge, super huge.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Netflix started going as well. Instead of buying movies, they started making, movies, kind of producing them.
Yep. And what about? I mean, even Amazon has video now.
And
There's
Prime.
a lot of
Even
streaming
Mr.
platforms.
Beast.
Prime
You talk
Video,
about Mr. Beast show, which I don't know if you got into, dude. Unreal.
It's pretty wicked.
And I've always
never.
said, you remind me of Mr. Beast in a lot of aspects, the way you are on camera and stuff, and the way you think about business. And dude, yeah, I don't want to get into it. We can talk about it later, but you need to watch it.
Prime
That's
Video.
what's on Prime Video. It's
Prime
called.
Video.
What's it
I
called?
watched the first
Games.
Beast Games. Yeah. So the second episode will come out the day after Christmas. Liam really wanted to see it, so we hooked up the projector, watched it in the big room, and dude, unreal. Well, I don't even want to get into that, but he's smart. He leveraged Amazon, or the Amazon, I guess Prime, for that platform. So it's on that platform only. You have to have it to see it, sort of
Which
thing.
is a huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the amount of money that Amazon's going to win from that.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's dive into the next one. You have Apple TV Plus?
I have all of them.
I do not.
I do, and I'm only really familiar with it because I think
It's called Apple One. This program that you get everything with,
Apple
it's
One.
called Apple One.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay, let's talk about the third. We're going to run out of time before this even ends.
No kidding.
iCloud Plus, the storage service offering secure backups, email privacy, and additional storage pieces. They have different tiers, of course. Private relay for enhanced browsing privacy, which these are kind of deeper. Most people, don't really care. Custom email domains and HomeKit secure video storage. But you can now, it offers up to 12 terabytes of storage for families.
Yes, I saw that.
And we talked about HomeKit. I don't leverage HomeKit the way I should. I know you do.
I have it. I use it. I don't. Let me see this. I don't do anything crazy with it, but I do use it.
Yeah. And those who are worried about, private email relays, staying, confident and whatnot, we can get into the whole, conspiracy. I know a lot with like business. If you have a job, and you like keep a lot of stuff on your iCloud that has people's secure information or businesses, credit cards, stuff like that. That's super important. A lot of hacking going on lately in 2024.
Yeah.
So, yes or no? You do yes to everything. Do I have it? I pay a lot for iCloud and storage. Not Plus, but I guess you call it Plus.
I think it just matters. Are you paying? Is it better to go on one plan than get all 5 different plans? You know what I mean? Like,
I pay for 2 terabytes of storage every month for iCloud. It's just for my phone backups because I've.
Well, how much do you pay for 2 terabytes of storage?
That's a good question. It's not much. It's like $5.99. No,
There's no way it's $5.99.
No, hold on.
They charge that for like 200 gigs.
What if I still thought that it was that in 2010?
$100.
So
No, that's why I was saying the $37 or whatever it is that gives you everything. Not that I use it. Nope.
and I'm using 1.8 terabytes right now too.
I have 1.6 done. I just looked at it. I'm gonna have to upgrade that 12 plan. And that's another thing too. When does it stop? When does the storage stop? Like
That's it. And if you stop it, you lose it.
I mean, but like they have 12 terabytes that you can pay for on a cloud. You couldn't. When the iPod came out, it had 4 gigabytes on it.
Yeah.
Now they got 12 in a cloud.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't even know how much I pay. It's so bad. So bad. Okay, subscriptions. Let's see if it comes through. Nope, don't know.
What do you have, Liam?
Okay, so on to the next one here. Let's talk about, we're just touching base briefly on these because time is rolling. Apple Arcade. Subscription gaming service. Access to 200 plus premium games. Ad-free with no app purchases. Key features include exclusive titles, offline play, and family sharing support. They include remastered versions of games like Oregon Trail, which I used to play on the original computer.
Yep.
Works
We
seamlessly
have
across
it.
iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. I had it before when it first came out. Tried it out for a few months, forgot to pay it. There weren't that many games. I'd be curious to see what kind of games are on there now.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of different games on there. I'm not a gamer.
Me neither. I'm not
a gamer.
so much as a gamer. Okay, so Apple Fitness Plus. which has been getting bigger and bigger, and they've been doing a lot of features for that as well. Especially, if you're into fitness and Apple Watches.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that whole piece. But yeah, with guided workouts and meditation sessions, real-time metrics from your Apple Watch workouts for all skill levels, and new content weekly, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They got a whole building full of people
Yep.
up doing this stuff. So Apple Fitness Plus integrates with Apple Music for custom workout playlists, and became available without an Apple Watch in 2023.
Without an Apple Watch.
You can do it on your phone. You can do it
Yeah.
on Apple TV.
The Apple Watch is crazy, man.
I would say is for something like that, people who buy, Beachbody, services, stuff like that for, I don't know, how curated workouts for certain things and updated stuff. I think that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
if
much
you-
about that.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell. I don't go to the gym every single day.
He had a White
Maybe
Castle
once a day,
20
every other
minutes
year.
ago.
It's a chicken sandwich, man.
How would that
Um,
work though? Like if you don't have a watch but you pay for that subscription, like how does it track you? Your phone or what?
Not necessarily. I guess it wouldn't track you, but you pay for the workouts.
Oh, yeah,
the
videos and
curated
stuff.
workouts, the
Yeah.
sessions that
Yeah.
go through them. Different plans that are like a 12-day piece.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when you get done with that, you're like, what else is there? They've already come out with like 3 new sessions. So, Apple News Plus.
We talked about this in 2-3 episodes.
Yep.
Episodes ago?
Yeah, it's gone. It's updated quite a bit lately. We talked about it because when I play Sudoku every Sunday.
Sudoku or whatever. I think you said it right this time.
What is it,
It's-
Middle?
No,
That's what I said. Sudoku.
You said Sudoku.
it's
Last time,
Sudoku.
what'd you say?
Sudoku.
that's,
you
but that's
said
the right
something.
way to do it.
I can't remember.
Sudoku.
Let's not get on this.
Yeah.
Let's not get on this.
You already got mad at me
We-
once. Apple News Plus. So premium articles, magazines, and newspapers, curated content, offline reading, and audio stories. I did not know they did that.
Audio. So no, I did not know that either.
Yeah. So if you want to get your news and audio just in your ear, you can, pick an article, turn your phone
Yeah.
off, have your headphones in. It includes content from over 300 magazines. I did not know that as well. And major outlets like Wall Street Journal and Los Angeles Times. So they're pulling from the best. And it's another piece. I'm wondering how much Wall Street Journal or how much the LA Times gets off of that, because their stuff is for the public.
Yeah.
And they're pulling those in. So are they cheaping them, or do they get to curve it? It's kind of like Elon
Right.
Musk, was there,
Right.
what does he do? I'm not either way or the other, but like Elon Musk is not political, but he's influencing the game.
Yeah.
How does that work? So
Elon Musk changes everything.
if Apple has a certain viewpoint, and they're doing Apple News, do they get to, push the LA Times?
I
one way
think
or
we're
the
just gonna have to sort of figure that out as we go.
other? Yeah.
That's a different.
I mean, there's always
It's a
stuff
different
behind
look.
the scenes, no matter what,
Yeah.
good and bad. So, last one being Apple One, which you had talked about, a bundle subscription combining them all. And then, Premier plans with shared access up to 6 users. I did not know that.
Yep. The family I think it's a great idea for families. And this is one thing that we can talk about. Whenever you go to create your kid gets his first iPad. Okay. Now, when your child has his first iPad, you're like, I don't want him to have access to
Create
certain-
a kid. Do you want me to tell you how it works?
No, I don't want you to tell me how
Okay.
that works, Alex.
You call it Liam,
Hold on.
and this happens.
Liam's looks swagged out today.
His glasses are pimp.
Oh, there. Let me explain the whole iCloud thing, because a lot of people will put their iCloud on their kid gets their first iPad,
Yep.
and they just sign in with their iCloud.
Yep.
Then when that kid's 18,
Mhm.
they want their own iCloud. But they're like, how do I get all my pictures and data and contacts? Like, it's all synced.
Yep.
Like, little Johnny's taking pictures of, I don't know, just random stuff in the house, and it's going on his mom's phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's like, why does this keep happening? Because you're on the same iCloud.
Yep.
You need to create
Just
an
happened to me.
iCloud for your children that has all the parental guides or restrictions on it that you want it to have, so that when that child is 18 years old or 16 or whenever you release your access to
Can
it.
I tell you the problem with that? In all honesty, because I deal with a lot of that with Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Liam has his own. He's laughing
Well, I
already.
think that your situation's a little different.
Because Lincoln every single day goes to download something or screen record, his favorite Titanic video, and out of storage. So I got to go through and delete stuff. Well, he keeps on turning. He's on my iCloud. He keeps on turning photos and whatever on. He goes in there and does it.
Oh,
Okay. The problem being as well, he wants YouTube, things that I subscribe to that I pay for, on there, ad free and stuff like that. If not, I got to get a new subscription service. You cannot have a new iCloud. Say I go into your iCloud, log into Apple Music or whatever on mine and use that.
Not if you add him to your family plan.
Because download YouTube on the App Store on his iPad if he was on his own
YouTube,
iCloud.
I don't know about YouTube.
Yeah. So there's things like that. So he downloads YouTube on his thing, tries to use that through mine. The iOS store controls that, and he can't.
But Apple Music and stuff you can if you're on the family plan.
Yeah, but he's talking about YouTube. There's certain
YouTube
apps.
specifically, you can't just log. I can't.
And the fear of even if I logged it without the password, that kid would buy everything and run up my credit card, and I wouldn't know it because I'm not going to.
But how do you restrict that by just having your stuff on it? How does that change anything?
Because I set it up just like mine, I can control it. Everything else.
But if he's on the family plan, you can too.
Landon,
See what I mean?
it's
the same thing.
Was this just the biggest commercial for family plan?
No kidding. This is going to be a sponsored. But that's what I'm saying. No, I fully agree with what you're saying, and I think your situation's a little bit different with him. But that is something.
So family plan works. Your
You can
parents
do whatever
each
you
have their own
want.
iCloud,
Yep.
and you're sharing it.
Yep.
You just sold me.
And I can access their stuff, and I can go on there if I want to.
But he would fill up my 12 terabytes of storage quick with screen recordings.
He would fill up your 12 terabytes of storage pretty quickly.
I'm already full at 2.
Yeah.
Let's touch base really quick. 18.2.
Yep.
Turnaround. It's been a couple weeks.
Good.
What are
It's
our
good.
thoughts?
What are our thoughts? 18.2 has been amazing.
Yep.
We've already talked about that. You were talking about Cowboy Frog. Haven't really done much of that. I've been playing a lot with Genmojis, creating different things with stickers. Playground. Image Playground, not so much. Was really excited about it. However, I think you have to be in that element, either a child, working with those kind of things, or an artist, or in that creative space. Because it literally, I don't know if you noticed, but it's on. It becomes an app on your phone.
Really? I didn't see.
That one is different. So like Lincoln created a Titanic, apparently. There's the only description of why I have one, and it's just a Titanic.
Oh yeah, Playground, right?
Yep. And you can do stuff. I have noticed a little bit of a flaw. So when you go to it and you go to create it, you start with a suggestion of a person. It goes to your library. It shows faces, right? It doesn't show all of them. So if there's somebody you want that it hasn't like curated a face for, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then, I think that was the biggest flaw for that one. I just don't see it has to come a little bit further.
Yeah, no, I'm interested in see how it goes.
ChatGPT, another thing that we talked about with that integration. And they said that, with the next coming beta, 18.3 coming out, that it would just be more integrated ChatGPT. Those were the rumors. We talked about a little bit ago. I still go to ChatGPT, the app, to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you.
Absolutely. I have it on a widget. It's on my home screen.
So will that go away?
I don't know. Assuming it will. That's the idea of it. But I don't know if I'm going to change right away.
Do you think that eventually Apple as well will stop saying integrated with ChatGPT and make up their own? You know how like Meta has their own AI?
I think they're on a contract, a significant contract. Yeah,
because they did even say
ChatGPT
in their
is too big
updates
to build again.
Yeah, when they said in their updates too that they used Google Imager. I mean, I think they have to play by those rules.
They're partnering with people.
Yeah,
because it's easier to partner with someone that's already created than to wait another 10 years.
How do you do that? Somebody like Apple who controls their branding game so severe.
Well, I don't necessarily know if it's Apple wanting to get with ChatGPT or Google, but it might be Google and ChatGPT wanting to get. They want to get together an equal amount type of deal.
Who's bigger, Google or Apple? Can you look up like net worth of both?
I mean, I would assume that Google will be bigger than Apple.
As far as net worth,
but Apple has a $1 trillion valuation.
Really?
I'm guessing Google's up there though. I don't exactly know.
Two different departments, but it's not like Apple can't create their own Google department.
Yeah, but I think that goes back to instead of creating something and taking all the time, manpower, and money to do that, just
here we go.
partner with somebody that already has it.
Landon, Apple or Google?
I'm guessing Google's bigger.
Alex, Apple or
Google.
Google? As of December 23rd, 2024, Google's net worth is $2.34 trillion.
Apple's is 1, 3.
As of December 20th, 2024, Apple's net worth is $3.85 trillion.
That's crazy.
It's pocket
Apple.
change. It's pocket change, man.
Well, in that case, I don't know what would be the
Yeah, what's the
Who's working
what-
together here?
yeah, what's
Who wants
the
to work with
deciding
somebody more?
factor?
I think Apple needs Google. Google needs Apple.
Yeah.
You take away Google from the App Store, you couldn't do that, right? But same thing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like huge now. So they want to partner with Apple. So that was a huge deal for them.
But who says Apple can't just buy it out?
They could.
Be like Elon,
But
roll into Twitter, rename
Yeah.
it.
They could and they might. They might still do that. That might be something they're interested in. I don't know but at the same time, versus taking the time and the manpower and the money to build and structure, if you already have what I want, why not partner together? My business is now bigger. I mean, it's Apple, and it's already taken care of, and we're able to release this now versus waiting another couple years. I mean, stuff like that takes time. And if it's already built.
Well, I mean, you think about it too. I learned this not too long ago that was it Walmart bought out, was it Samsung? So now, or is it Vizio? So now all the things that have a Walmart brand on them, that's that company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so they thought, okay, it's going to cost more, per capita to actually buy it out versus
Right.
You're right. Walmart does own Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
I thought you said Samsung.
Oh, yeah. Who's it, Samsung
Oh.
or Vizio? And I did not know that. Did you know that?
I think I knew that.
Oh, you said
Samsung.
Oh, my fault.
Sam's Club. Dude wants some free samples. That's crazy. That's funny.
Do you buy Sam's Club? Or you?
No.
You're
Costco.
Walmart does not own Samsung.
okay.
Hey,
It's one of those.
you probably heard Sam's Club and you thought Samsung.
That's true. Man,
But I've seen that.
I've thought way too much about that too now.
Done.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore.
Alrighty.
Okay.
But Walmart does own Vizio, though.
There it is.
There
Vizio.
you go. Okay, so they do own.
Yep. Hey, everybody. It's been a great episode. Welcome to
Hopefully
2025.
your new year is doing good.
Thanks for our ramblings today about Samsung and Sam's Club.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. My name is Alex.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jonathan.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.